What if I told you that losing weight shouldn't be your goal, even if you have weight to lose? I can confidently say this because I've helped many clients lose tens of kilos and be able to keep it off. So in this video, I'm going to take you through why weight loss is a terrible goal, what you should think instead, and how you can do it. The key problem comes from the goal itself, fat loss. And the reason that you haven't been able to keep off the weight that you lose is because with that being the main goal, once you reach that end point, once you reach the goal that you had in mind, the weight that you wanted to lose, no matter how you did it, you had an end date in mind. You had a goal weight that you wanted to hit. And once you hit that, you celebrated. You thought, this is it, I've done it, I've sacrificed so much to get to this point, and you went nuts. You had all the food that you cut out, you had all the things that you were depriving yourself of, and you didn't have an exit strategy. You didn't have a what comes next, which is the key issue here. Whenever someone decides to lose weight, there is just the weight loss goal. There is no thought to what comes after, which yes, takes a little bit longer to learn, but it's one of the most important things that you can do to maintain the weight that you lose. The other problem that people have is that they're in a constant state of trying to lose weight. There is no structure. There is no time frame. There is no understanding or map of what they need to do. They kind of just decide one Sunday that on the Monday, they're going to start to lose weight. And when things inevitably don't work, they wonder why and question themselves and think that it's not for them. And this is the problem. This is the problem with a fat loss goal. We need to have the overarching goal that we are going to maintain the weight that we lose. And weight loss is a part of that goal, but it's not the main goal. I guarantee that you've never tried to actually figure out how many calories you need to maintain, not to lose, but to stay at the same weight. Because who would want to do that? And if you wanted to do that, I have a link to my calorie calculator in the description. But it is important to understand how many maintenance calories you need, because once we go into a calorie deficit, once we achieve that level of fat loss, we need to build back up to that maintenance level of calories, because we can't stay in a deficit forever, because that's one, not realistic, and two, not an enjoyable way to live life. You've done it up until this point. You probably know people that are doing it up until this point, and it's been miserable. You're guessing, you don't know what is happening. You don't know if anything you're doing is working. So the key here is to have a structure. My structure that helps my clients lose tens of kilos, and what my service is based around, is that we actually start the journey at maintenance calories. That way, without the expectation of losing weight, you can learn to eat more calories. You can learn to allow yourself to eat more calories. That way, when we go into a calorie deficit, things are going to be very seamless. You know that it's only for a certain period of time. And when we inevitably come out of that, you're not afraid to eat back at maintenance calories because you've done it before. You've had that experience previously. That's a quick rundown of just how that works. And again, the goal shouldn't be fat loss. It should be to maintain it after, with fat loss being a part of the process, not the main goal. And if you want to learn how to do this in more depth, watch this video next, where I'm going to take you through this process step by step.